I I met my abuser um, shortly after I left my husband, and like it was within the first 30 days of our relationship when I first had my first beating. And you would think that um, when somebody gets beaten almost immediately into the relationship, that they would sort of say, "Yeah, I'm out of here." But somehow, in my um, journey, it wasn't. I wasn't ready to say, "Yeah, no, I'm out of here." And so I stayed and literally moved in, got an apartment with this person who just literally beat the crap out of me. And there's so many nuances in how this happened. So so we met, and this was my first and only lesbian relationship. All of my relationships up until then, and I hadn't had very many relationships, but they had all been with men. So this was my first lesbian relationship. And all my life, I thought that all women were attracted to women. And I didn't realize that, you know, it's not the norm for everyone. So this was my first relationship with a woman. And the reality is that I I don't even know how to say this. Um, I thought I wasn't doing it right. That there was something wrong with what I was doing. Uh, my partner had been a lesbian all her life and had a lot of insecurities and really thought that, well, you're not really a real lesbian. And I was like, I'm a real lesbian. I'm a real lesbian. And so I did everything I could to show her that I was a real lesbian. It's devastating. It's devastating to be in a relationship with somebody that is some would say psychotic. I'm not a big fan of using psychological terms. I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist. I don't have any education in this, but I do believe that there's a crazy part to her that is is, is truly psychotic. So shortly after we met, I moved into an apartment. We both of us went out and found an apartment together, and um, one of the biggest things that she wanted was that she wanted to prove um, it's not prove she wanted to she would talk about, I don't believe that you are finished with men. And so what she wanted was to see me having sex with other men. And at that moment in my life, I wanted anything and everything I could to do to make her happy. So even though I didn't want to have sex with other men, I wanted her to be happy. So I said, okay, okay, sure, sure. So we would go out and we would bring these men home. And these were never men that I would choose myself, like ever. Uh, but that's what she wanted. And the manipulation started very quickly in this relationship. This was not a long, drawn out process. Um, and so, yeah, so we would bring these men home and I would have sex with them. I never felt um, okay with it. This was never something that I wanted, but I felt that was the only way I could show her how much I loved her. And this continued for quite a while. A lot of random men, and as I said, men that I would never have chosen myself if I was on my own. And I remember feeling, what's the word? It literally felt like I was being raped. This is not what I wanted, but this is what I did just to keep her happy. I still remember a day shortly into our relationship where she got really mad at me and she thought that I was in love or attracted or whatever that word is with this random person that we brought home. And again, this is not somebody that I would ever have chosen myself. And she raped me. I didn't know that women could rape women. Yeah, that was a rape that day. She strangled me and she physically hurt me. And I remember feeling so alone when she did this to me. Feeling like I can't go and tell someone that this is what had just happened. But yeah, it was one of the most degrading experiences that she put me through. And that was just the beginning.